We're
like
very passive aggressive.
when you go to other states and go to other cities, stay here in Minnesota, they think all white people.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Still though?
okay, that's cool if it's all white people, but it's still cool and it's still.
You see, I'm Southside reppin', Bigfoot steppin'. Zone 3 section is God flow perfection. Hating on the church like I ain't blessed, they section. If we ain't talking money, I got a weak connection. That's on the hood. She said get a bag, so I get it, got it good. Don't complain about my problems, I just put it in a wood. Seen a genie the other day, she said make it good. So I wish for good health, then I wish to look. It's chief, not lieutenant. Yeah, I'm back, been a minute. My hard work gets you offended. Shout out my boy academics. You stay independent. You scamming it behind that twinkle in your eye. I see the scamming.
From Conkeys. I think
They're
it's
hard.
out. I think one of them is out on Spotify.
They're hard.
Yeah.
They're super. They're
Yeah, he
some of
cold,
the best.
cold.
Yeah.
He cold. And he got one of them that he just got from Conkeys that's not even out. Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah, Come Key is nice. All right, you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, another episode of Minnesota's #1 daily show live on Lake Street. We got Q BANGGA in the building.
What's the fucking deal? My name Q Banga, QBAN,
How you get the name Q BANGGA? Like, what is that?
Okay, like, what's so crazy is,
Don't incriminate yourself.
well, my name Q Banga started when I was 13 years old.
Okay.
And it started when, on some incriminating
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. But statute of limitations is up, so you're good.
Right.
All right.
And what you call? As I got older, I stuck with Q Banga, and okay, my real name is Quentin,
Gotcha.
right?
Yep.
And I kind of had to put it together. I'm like, you know what? Q Banga is a good fucking name because it stands for Quentin becoming a great growing artist.
Oh, okay.
Quentin becoming a great growing artist.
Dope.
QBANGGA.
So you found a little way to flip it. I like it.
And turn it from street shit to artist.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm on.
for sure.
Yeah.
And then you can always still implement the street shit too,
Right.
which works in
Right.
the music for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you listen to my music, it's like I do every fucking thing. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
you do.
versatile.
You do.
Like,
What's
I
what's the favorite part of what you do? Do you like singing? You like singing more? You like rapping more? What do you like best?
To tell you the truth, bro, I'm different. It's like it don't matter what I do.
You don't really
singing or-
separate it?
Right. I like music.
Yeah.
I like getting my stress out.
Yeah.
I like getting shit out my head. If I
sure.
don't, I go crazy.
Yeah.
For real, for real.
So it's a real release for you.
Yeah.
How long you been doing music?
I've been doing music since I was 13.
And when I know you're originally from Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when did you come here from Chicago?
12.
12.
Yeah.
So you started
Like
doing
11,
music.
12.
You started doing music
In Minnesota.
after you came to Minnesota.
Yeah, in Minnesota. I started doing, okay, it's crazy because I started dancing when I was 2.
Okay.
So when I moved to Minnesota at like 11, 12, I started singing, kind of like harmonized singing with my brother or whatever. We would sing little songs like, I am so sick of love songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yep.
We would sing together.
Shout out to,
and then,
shout out to Neo.
right, shout out to Neo.
He just dropped a new album, by the way.
For real.
Yeah.
People used to say I look like him when I had a bald head.
And
Don't worry about it.
now that you say it, I kind of see
Don't
it.
worry about it. Never mind.
I can see it a little bit. I see it.
But when I started moving, I mean not moving, but I always go back and forth to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's my home. That's my city. So I always go back and forth.
I said it in an early interview today. Story as old as time.
Yeah.
Minnesota to Chicago pipeline,
Right,
man. It's just
that
yep,
pipeline. You know
yep,
what I mean? I go
yep.
back all the time.
Yeah.
And every time I used to go back when I was 11 years old, they used to make me dance. Yeah. I used to dance in front of the whole family, hundreds of people.
Damn.
Like I got a big family.
Did you like doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I did. I used to dance.
Yeah.
Like for real, I grew up dancing. That was my passion.
Yeah.
Like that's what I wanted to do is dance.
Yeah.
I still dance. That's why I'm saying I'm about to be 30 years old and the first thing I'm gonna do is do a backflip and show you guys I can still do a backflip with no hands at 30 years old.
Careful.
No.
Careful of them knees.
I know.
I'm
But my
telling you.
knees is okay.
All right, good.
I got a hard working physical labor job. I work at Northern Tools.
Oh,
so
damn.
I unload big ass 18 wheelers. Day to day. I got a regular job like a normal person.
I used
And
to
that's
work.
what I do.
I used to work for a company that was directly connected to Northern Tool.
Before that I used to work at Cambria.
Oh, so you're out here.
Come on now.
Yeah.
I'm young still.
Yo, I like that you just said that.
For real. Like when you be in the studio with me and like even I've been in the studio with Taylor J. You ready Taylor J? Been in the studio
course.
with Kush.
Yep.
I've been in the studio with Tomorrow Genius. I've been in the studio with who else? That's up here. You ever heard of Rico Shaw?
Of course.
Okay. I've been in the studio with a lot of people, and everybody say the same thing every time they come in the studio with me, and I engineer for them because I engineered for all of them before. Then people don't know that.
Yeah.
I'm behind the scenes. But when I engineer for them, they always say, like, man, bro, you got that energy. Like, it's like I make it fun again.
Yeah.
I make, like, for some reason, everybody that do music take it serious.
Yeah.
Like, they so serious. Like, why is you so serious about it? Like, you don't have to be number one, bro. Like, just do it because you love it. For real. I do it because I love it. For real. If I did not have music, I wouldn't have nothing. I can have $1 million. If I don't have music, I wouldn't have nothing. Period. I was locked up for 3 years. I did 3 years in prison. People don't know that. I did 3 years in prison. I ain't have shit. I ain't have shit but music. All I was doing was writing. I got a whole tote full of hundreds of papers that I wrote. Music.
Did you utilize any of it when you got
I
out?
still do them. I got songs right now that I put
That
them
you-
from
you
2014 to 2022.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's raw bangers. You will
did-
never know.
You did 3. You did 3 years. You said.
I did 3 years straight, 21 to 24.
It's a chunk. That's a chunk, man. That's tough.
I got felonies.
It's 3 years of your life.
I fought my life up at a young age.
I gotta.
So-
We need to circle back real quick though, because I want to tell you, I appreciate the fact that you just said that you have a 9 to 5.
Mhm.
Because most of these guys out here do, but they all act like millionaires.
Let's go pay for my music.
No, I think that's phenomenal that you said
That's
that.
crazy.
That you're open about that.
No, I gotta live.
Of course.
I got bills. I got rent.
Of course.
I don't got no kids. I'm 30, I ain't got kids, but
Damn.
come on now.
You
I
get-
got bills still.
You get
I
money.
gotta take care of
But
myself.
you're getting money though.
Come on now. Well, kind of. Yeah, I'm getting money, but it's like I still got a lot of shit to, you know what I mean? And then it's music. I got to pay for that too.
No, of course you're using your day job to dream your fuel
Right.
your dream job.
Right.
Damn, what I just say? That was crazy.
Using my day job to fuel my dream
There we
job.
go. That's what I meant to say.
That's what it's about,
If that's
right?
not what I said, that's what I meant to say.
That's
What
what
he
it's
said.
about.
He's got it.
That's what it's about.
And that's a fact. So you would do this. You would do music regardless of what is going on in your life. The goal for you is not necessarily to get a number one and be a billionaire and be on the top, have a house on the top of the hill. Obviously, you want those things.
In 2017, I used to live in the studio, homeless.
Mm.
I ain't have nowhere to go, homeless. 2017, I was on the run. I was on the run from parole, from the police, and living in the studio for like 8 months. I ain't go nowhere. Just in the studio, practicing, engineering. This was in 2017. I started engineering, like really getting into the music serious 2017. 16, my bad, 2016. That's when I really seriously started getting into it. But it's like, you know how it is. I'm
Yeah.
still a street nigga.
So I want to talk about the engineering side of things then, because that is one of my biggest gripes in music is
Shout out Tory V, you my bro, nigga.
poorly mixed music is a problem.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have that anymore.
It's like, it's one of them things where it's like, I feel like you gotta understand, people always look for perfection when it comes to music. It's like, yes, it's about perfection, but it's about the feeling. We forgetting the feeling about music, like the feeling that you feel for real. Like, everybody wanna hear what people gotta say, and if they ain't talking about nothing, then nah, or they wanna hear a up-tempo beat that they can dance to, you know what I mean? And it's like, no, it's like, I think I said that wrong. Let me say that again. People think about the beat and the dancing. They don't think about what people were saying in their music, what they really is saying.
Yeah.
That's what I mean to say.
Yep.
And I listen to artists. I listen to Jay Paz. I listen to, you know what I mean? Just like I said, all the artists I work with, I listen to what they saying in their music.
For sure.
And that's how I know, like, if it's perfect or not. Because if I can feel it, then it's perfect to me. I don't care if you fucking recorded that shit on your cell phone, bro. If I can feel it, it's cool. It's perfect to me. Now, I might give you some tips like, look, bro, let me engineer that shit so we can put it on the radio, because you
Right.
can't put this on the radio because the sound ain't, because, you know, the levels you go, you got to, just like you said, perfection with that,
Yeah.
with production-wise. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you can't really teach that. You got to really have the ear.
You got to have the ear for it. Yeah, I don't know that because I'm not an engineer, but
Yeah.
I think you're right.
You gotta have
Because
the
like
ear.
I'm not an engineer, but I can hear when something is poorly engineered. I can hear small things. Like I can hear when the levels are off. I can tell when y'all didn't record the song in the same place.
Yep.
I can tell when somebody sent you that verse.
Yep.
I can tell those things, and I'm not an engineer, so that's how I know. It's something about the ear that you have to have.
Because you know music.
Yeah, you have to have
what to
an ear
listen
for it.
to. You know, yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, if you didn't record it in the same place, and I can't tell, you had a good ass engineer.
And I'm not gonna lie, you would probably be one of the easiest people to teach how to engineer because of that.
I don't want it. I got enough going on. I'm busy. I don't want it. No, I don't.
I did that with Jay Plaza. I got a song with Jay Plaza. He, I paid him whatever, sent the song to him, and he recorded it, and wherever he was at, and sent it back to me, and I mixed it together and trying to make it sound precise and like we in the same place at the same time, but it's kind of hard because we not.
Yeah.
2 different microphones, 2 different programs. You know what I mean?
I feel like
All that matters.
I feel like him specifically. He has a habit of kind of mailing in verses like that too.
I don't care. I just want a verse from Jay. I've been listening to that boy since I was like 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he first came up here from ATL. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of them ones for sure. But I think his sound.
That's crazy.
I think time is running out on his sound.
Time is running out.
I think so. It's starting to get very repetitive.
Kind of. Like.
I've said this a million times. Jay Plaza, I need more. Like I need you. I need to hear about you.
Okay.
I'm tired of hearing you threatening to fuck my bitch.
Right.
I'm gonna fuck your bitch. Knock it off.
I feel like he probably need more. What I want to say, like professional producers.
Probably.
You know what I mean? Professional. Because, like, he did a beat with Metro Boomin, and that was dope as fuck.
Hard.
And that was, like, in 2016, some shit like that, 13,
15,
I don't know.
15, 16,
something
yeah.
like that, something like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that was hard as fuck. But it's
I just want more feeling from him.
right.
I want to know more. Like I feel like we don't know. We know Jay Plaza, the artist, but we don't know Justin.
Yeah.
Like we don't know anything about him, like who he is as a person.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he has. I forget the one song that he has where he got very
Right.
personal. That's hands down my favorite song by him. And he's not going crazy. Like he's not rapping like a fucking machine gun in that one. Like we're learning about him for real. Like I want to know more about who he is as a person. That machine gun rap shit. I think is,
I think you're talking about that. What's that song called? Something Down or something like that.
if you said it, I would know it. Like,
Now.
nah.
Not that one.
Nope.
He's
He's talking about a friend, or he's talking about it's something about suicide. I can't remember the name of the damn song. He may not have even released it. I heard him do it live, and I was like, "That is what I want. I want more of that." I mean, he knows that, and I'm sure he probably wants to do that. I mean, it's personal. I don't know him either. So like,
see, we don't know. 'Cause
maybe he
like,
don't. Maybe he doesn't want to do that. Maybe
Right.
that's not what he wants to do.
I mean, I feel like what he on is doing what's gonna get him popping.
Yeah.
And if that's what's made him popping, then he gonna keep doing it until the whole world see. You gotta understand, even though us and
Ashes.
Right.
Ashes is the name of the song.
Ashes.
Ashes.
I never heard of that one.
Everybody go look up Ashes. It's his best song in my opinion.
I feel like with him, I feel like the more he do it, Minnesota might get tired of it per se because he got big really in Minnesota first. Then like other people like Lizzo, they got big otherwhere else and then Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now you might be
it's-
right. You
Yeah,
might be
so
right.
it's like, we're gonna get tired of it before the world do. But
Yeah.
you gotta understand it's a big ass world.
It ain't
So-
and it ain't just him. It's like I can't even listen to Eminem anymore.
Right.
He's a legend.
Right.
We know what he's done, all that, but like
But I feel like
so tired of
Jay,
hearing him
he
rap
more like a
that.
Drake, Joyner Lucas
He is.
type of mixed together type of thing.
Honestly,
and
I'd appreciate
conscious
more
rap.
Drake from him. We get more Joyner Lucas from him nowadays than
Right.
Drake.
More
Go
Joyner
back to a
Lucas.
little bit Drake. I can't listen to Joyner Lucas either.
But I fuck with Joyner Lucas. I listen
cool.
to him.
He's cool.
He like inspired me
Yeah.
too. So it's like, and Jay inspired me. So
Yeah.
it's like he make me like actually want to talk about something. It's just that sorry Jay, I've been through way more. I've not been through way. I'm from the slum for real.
Yeah.
I've been in prison.
Yeah.
Been shot at. Been stabbed. Come on now. I did a lot of shit.
And I want to hear about that
Sorry.
in music.
Well, I mean, I put everything in my music.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
in my music, I want to hear about all that.
Like literally, I got a song called "Back on the Block," and it's literally a song talking about from age 8 all the way to 30.
Yep. I've heard
Every age, I talk about a story
Yep.
about my age.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard the song for sure. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm saying is like, tell us about your life.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to.
But sometimes I get played out too. So that's
True.
what I'm saying, Jay Smart. Because
That's true.
right now, what's popping? TikTok.
Yep.
Do you hear life shit on TikTok? No, you hear. You feel shit
Yeah.
you can dance to
No,
on
you're right.
TikTok.
You're right.
So that's what's popping.
You're right, and you're using one of my points against me actually because because I've been preaching that find what's working in the industry and let's utilize that because I don't think Minnesota does that enough.
Right.
I've been saying that, so I think you're right.
Which is cool.
On that front, you're right, but yeah,
Which is cool. It's better than a lot of other people that like, not. What's the word? Not today per se. Like not like they music don't sound like today music.
Yep.
But they still act Hollywood.
Yeah.
Still act like they the shit. It's like, bro, no, come on, man. This your music and you acting like that. Like, come on, man. Like, that's how I feel like how he playing it, that's his way to go.
You're right.
That's cool. He feel like that's what's going to get him popping.
Yeah.
Me, I feel like me telling my story and me, like, you going to see, watch. I got like 4 albums done already. Almost done.
Yeah, because there's really 2 routes right now, especially in hip hop, and that's his route, which is the TikTok route, and then there's the pain music route.
Mm-hmm.
So you got guys going crazy on TikTok, having fun, creating dances, creating waves, shit like that, and then you got guys like Dirk that put that pain in the music, and that's really it. Like there ain't no middle ground right now. Right now, unless you're already grandfathered in like a Kendrick or a Cole, there ain't much in hip as far as rappers. That's about it. Those are about the only 2 lanes right now to get in.
That's why he doing that.
Once you get in, you can start doing some other things. But
It's just hard to do it in Minnesota. That's it.
yeah, why is that? Or don't you know?
Because Minnesota's small, man.
And kind of soft.
And soft.
Yeah.
Minnesota nice.
Yeah,
For a reason.
yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, and artsy.
It's Minnesota nice. I'm from Chicago, for real. It's Minnesota nice, for real. It's small. It's
It's not even nice. It's passive aggressive.
right.
Yeah.
It's
we're
like
very passive aggressive.
when you go to other states and go to other cities, they hear Minnesota, they think all white people.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Still though?
okay, that's cool if it's all white people, but it's still cool and it's still like it's still a fun place and a nice place to be. It's just that we need our own sound. That's what I feel.
I just had this conversation on a previous.
We just need our own sound. But it's like, how can Minnesota make our own sound when everybody already made a sound? The only way we can make our own sound is to put all the sounds we listen to and we know together and make our own sound out of it.
Okay, so I'll ask you this question then, because we had this exact conversation in a previous interview about Minnesota not having a sound. I think, for one, I don't agree. I think Minnesota at least had a sound. It's just not the one that we want.
What, though?
Rhyme sayers.
What was that sound?
That white boy, backpack, sad boy rap. That was the Minnesota rap sound.
Yeah.
And we don't
remember that.
And that is that's fading out.
And that was before I was really dropping music and serious.
So what I said was it just took Minnesota a really long time to not only embrace like the streets and hip hop at its core, like real core of hip hop, but Minnesota is still really in its infancy stages of embracing black culture.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting there. And what the other guest had said was that the George Floyd situation really started to build that up, which is true. And part of the reason why I think it is more than fair to look at George Floyd as heroic. He didn't necessarily become a hero on purpose, but if you look at like other hero origin stories, they didn't become heroes on purpose.
No.
They were chosen.
Yeah. That's how it always is.
Right. So so I think it's more than fair to look at George as a hero because that really did start to.
He was a viral situation. I'm sorry, but he was a viral situation.
Yeah.
So that's why he's big. Because he was a viral situation. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like that's the way to get big nowadays.
I don't even want to call it. By the way, I misspoke. It was not a George Floyd situation. It was a cold-blooded murder.
Straight murder.
George Floyd's murder brought a lot of attention here, and he's a hero for that.
Yeah.
He's a hero for that. He didn't choose it, and I'm sure he wouldn't choose it.
No.
But that is what happened, and I think that's.
But it's a way that artists. I feel like it's a way that
I'm probably gonna go viral for all the wrong reasons for saying that. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I mean, I feel like all major artists they strategically go viral. It's a way to strategically go viral. That's what they do.
Yeah, bro.
That's a mistake. Go viral. That was a mistake. That was just a police did some bull BS.
Yep.
And to a black guy in Minnesota that's not really, just like you said, really hip to black culture like that.
Yep.
Yet. You know, now it is, but it wasn't at that time like that. It was just growing like we was, though.
How many times have you heard since George Floyd was murdered, we didn't even know Minnesota had black people? I've heard that so many times. Like, oh my God. It's like as soon as the news cameras flicked on, people were like, wait a minute, what? Minnesota's like that?
Yeah, a lot.
And so it made a huge impact, and it impacted the music, it impacted the culture, it impacted everything. It seemed at first negatively, maybe, at least in the media spotlight, but now we're starting to
more.
Yeah, we do need more. You're right. But I think you also made a good point just now that artists go viral on purpose.
Yeah.
And I don't think we have enough of that either. And that, when I say Minnesota's soft, that's what I mean is like people are afraid to just do some shit to go viral. I'm not saying you got to hurt somebody or like do it like but it's okay to make some shit up or like, you know what I mean? Like fabrication is not the worst thing on the planet this is entertainment, right?
I mean, think about the baby. You really thought that was an accident? Him shooting in Walmart?
I think the shooting in Walmart might have been, but I think the one that happened at his house, nah. He took full advantage of being.
I feel like neither of them was.
You might be right. You might be right.
The baby was rapping way before that incident even happened, and he was going on tour and rapping with a diaper. And think about it, you a grown ass man rapping with a baby diaper. What do people gonna think?
Of course,
you soft,
and
so you gotta strategically go viral.
And that is exactly, you're 100%,
100%. So he was strategically
and if the baby originated in Minnesota and he started rapping on stage with a diaper, what would Minnesota do? We would not embrace that. We would not support that. We would talk shit about him until he left.
I mean, he been doing it for I read watched documentaries about him and stuff. He been doing that for a while though.
A while.
He been doing that rapping with the diaper for a minute before. So like North Carolina or whatever, they didn't even embrace him at first.
And we just hate on him.
Right.
Do you remember the video that went viral a few years ago of the dude from Minnesota rapping on stage, and he had I think it was like his best friend, who was gay, and dancing like a woman with the belly shirt on and like.
Yeah.
You remember that video?
Yeah. They were like, what, last year, 2 years ago?
It was a couple years ago, right?
3 years ago.
And that shit went viral.
Yeah.
And you saw all kinds of like love and people from other states showing love, but everybody from Minnesota hate.
Yeah.
You think he didn't know what he was doing by putting that man on stage with him? He knew exactly what was going to happen if he went up there rapping like that and had his homie with the belly shirt on dancing like a chick. He knew exactly what he was doing, but Minnesota couldn't support that. Now, I'm not saying he's the greatest representation, but that kid could be a superstar if Minnesota could just be like, oh, I see what you're doing. No, I fuck with it. But instead, we're like, no, fuck this, fuck him, fuck that.
Minnesota ain't going to support that.
We can't support shit.
You making Minnesota look like that. And you got people in Minnesota that's not with that and not about that and not cool with that. So, no, you're not going to get Minnesota on your team on that. We need Minnesota on our team with this music stuff. Like, as of, like, what I'm trying to say is like what we talking about, like what we saying in our musics and our music and the emotions we putting out and the beats, because it got to be the beat and the production.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It can't be
But I think we can use a situation. That's just an example.
Right.
You can use a situation like that because it's not like the dude with the belly shirt was the artist.
Right.
But the kid that was rapping, he might have been the best rapper on the planet, and we'd have been like, "No, fuck him for having that guy on stage." Like, man, who cares?
I mean, yeah, you can do a lot.
Send him to the moon. Who cares? Right. Let him go kick down a door for Minnesota.
Stuff that Minnesota not gonna go with, and
no stuff.
No, really,
we're
no
pussy.
Stuff.
We're
really.
Scared. We're scared to.
No, it's too diverse. Minnesota is not like the rest of the cities. Like, I've been to LA, I've been, in Chicago, I've been to Miami and all that. Like, literally, that shit is, not diverse. That shit is, like, segregated. For real. They got sessions. Black people, white people, Mexicans,
Right.
Puerto Rican, like, for real.
Yeah.
Minnesota, you go to St. Paul, you got everybody. Like, dang, hold up, what? White people with black people, white people with Mexicans, Asians with white. Like, whoa, hold up. Ain't no Asians in Chicago finna go out with no Asian. With no black person in Chicago. No. We in our own hood. It's segregated. Yeah. It's so diverse up here to the point where it's like we don't have
it's a melting pot.
You're right. We don't have a specific audience to point to with our music. Yep. Like, we literally have to make music for everybody up here. That's for every culture.
That's interesting.
Hip hop culture, rock and roll culture, country culture, EDM. All that techno, all that. Come on, Skyway.
So
techno,
because we're a melting pot, it's hard. It's hard to find a direct audience.
Yes.
It's hard to figure out who your audience is.
Yes.
That's interesting.
So you're gonna have hate.
That's interesting.
You're gonna have hate in Minnesota, but so what? As long as you're doing it because you love doing music and you getting your stress out, because if you don't let this song or to get this song out your head or this whatever you gotta say out your head, that you're gonna fucking go off the end, deep end. That's what it's about.
You might have just uncovered a true mystery right there.
I'm trying to teach people gang. All these artists that'll be watching for real.
It's hard to find. It's hard to find a target market in Minnesota.
It's hard to find a target market. That's why we target elsewhere. That's why we leave to other places.
And that's why that's why the artists typically are targeting other artists.
Right.
Artists put way too much pressure on other artists to be their support system.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't know who else to look for.
Love. It could be by hate or love. It's like the music scene in Minnesota is a music scene in Minnesota. All us artists should know each other.
I'm gonna be thinking about this all day.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm just learning this in 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 6 years me being in the Minnesota. I've been, come on now, every Monday I performed at the Red Sea. I performed at the Caboose. I performed at Park Wolf. I performed at Bullwing. I performed at all these little bars. The only place I haven't performed was Myth, First Ave, and the Poorhouse.
Okay. That was a good game right there. I'm literally going to be thinking about that.
I've been doing this shit for a while. And I've been, like, learning. You got to understand, like, I'm a real, like, person. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a real nigga. So it's like I watch. Yeah. And I watch people and I say, oh, you cool. Okay. You a real nigga. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or you want to play like an actor. That's why I call him an actor. Like, you in a role right now. You got your little clothes on. You in a role. You want to in that artist role. You know what I mean? When it's like, nah, bro, why is you in a role? Like, I don't need a role. I'm just me. I'm me regardless. I don't need no dye hair, no tattoos on my face, and none of that. Like, I'm me regardless.
So okay, so that was good. I'm glad we could have that conversation. You just made me think. So hopefully other people are thinking.
So people hate.
So what are you working on now? What's coming next? What can we look for from you?
So right now I'm mainly like trying to like really promote my first album, and how promoting look to me is like doing stuff like this, and now, just like I said, August 19th, pop out at 8 o'clock. Doors open at 8 o'clock at Creative Minneapolis. I got my birthday bash, my 30th birthday bash / Rock the Mic contest. So if you're an artist out there, hit me up or whatever, or hit up Creative Minneapolis or whatever. Well, matter of fact, hit up, bro, and he'll put you in line with me, put you in tune with me. So, for sure. You know what I mean? You can perform, get your music out there. I'm going to have my family come up here from Chicago. It's my birthday. So, like, I know a couple, my auntie and all them coming up here, flying up here. So, yeah, we going to be up in there.
Dope.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
What's the title of the album? Title of the album?
The title of the album, Long Time Coming.
Long Time Coming.
I've been working on it for 2 years.
Makes sense.
It's been a long time coming.
Fitting. So, and the album is dropping on August 19th as well?
No, the album dropped on June 1st.
Oh, the album dropped already?
Yeah, it dropped already. It's just that I don't know how to promote it right. Like, promoting is hard, especially in Minnesota.
Gotcha. It is. There's not a lot of platforms, a lot of places to go.
And then it's like, my music is not Chicago music. I'm from Chicago, but I'm from Minnesota too. So it's like my music, so my family in Chicago, they listen to my music, but they don't listen to my music on a daily basis. Like, they listen to Dirt, they listen to Polo, they listen to, you know what I mean, Chicago rappers.
Yeah.
Because that's what they that's their life down there.
Yeah.
That ain't my life no more. I don't got to talk about that because
sure.
that'd be fake.
Yeah.
And I don't live that.
Yeah.
I talk about what I live. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? What I've been through. Type
Makes
shit. What's
sense.
up?
Okay. It's a long time coming. Out now. Birthday bash, August 19th.
Yes, sir.
Creative Minneapolis.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're still looking for artists to be on the show?
Yes.
Are you
I got 2 right now.
Selling tickets? You got physicals? You got... How can they get tickets for it?
Right now, with the tickets, I don't think we're going to have tickets.
Okay.
No, we ain't going to have tickets. You just pay at the door, $10 at the door.
All right.
So whoever you support, that supports you. So, like, the artist, you pay for your slot. You come in free, bring one person for free, and then the rest of the people got to pay.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They come in and support you.
Got you. Okay.
That's how we going to do that.
I'm gonna try and pull up.
All right, bet.
I'm gonna try and pull up.
And if you pull up, you can get in for free. You already know it's love. Come on now. We going to be turned up.
I'm gonna have to play this clip for the doorman. You said it. Look. All right, man. Well,
we going to have food.
I appreciate your time, man. It was a good conversation. You dropped some gems on me. It's shit I got to think about now.
Man, for real.
Where can they find you?
You can find me at QBANGGA1 on IG, Snap, QBANGGA Murdoch on Facebook, shit, Twitter.
That's QBANGGA, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
QBANGGA1, QBANGGA1
Okay.
on Twitter, all that.
Cool.
So, yeah.
I appreciate your time, man.
Thank you.
It's a good talk. I'm gonna be watching, paying attention.
Pay attention, man. Watch, because
Sir.
I got way more. Like, my next album, that's what I'm saying. I'm not even really worried about this album. Long time coming, I'm going to promote it. But this next album, I got to put hella money into it. Then and Now, it's going to be called Then and Now. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Come back. Come back and talk about it when that one comes
I
out.
got
too.
you.
All right, man. I
Got
appreciate
you.
your time. Another episode of Minnesota's #1 daily show live on Lake Street. I'm Jake Faircloth. Follow me everywhere at Jake Faircloth1.
Damn, Woody. In high school, I let it blam, Woody. I wasn't playing, Woody. I'm coming straight out the south. Hey, genius, best watch your mouth. When I put up on PNB, right, that ain't he come out. You moving ounces, I just moved 100 things in a drought. You want the south side, outside the fence of your house. You talking all that, then wanna come talk it out. If you ain't talking money, you talking about. I gives a what you do. I'm about mine. I just look at the watch, said it's about time. She in love with my status, said if you don't mind, what are you the chief of? I said the south side.